if your present state, if you identified your present state of mind as you mentioned in your own words, laziness, okay, what would you like to be?
I'd like to be lively when I get up in the morning.
Okay.
And
Wouldn't we
start
all?
the day.
Yeah. Okay, you'd like to get up and start dancing.
Well, no, just get up and think, right, and start working out instead of an owl. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What time are you going to bed at night? 4 in the morning.
No, I'm quite early actually.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm never in bed later than 12 o'clock.
Okay.
So
Sure.
I'm not a night owl.
Okay, that's fine. And say, if you could get up and early in the morning and be full of beans, so to speak, what would that give you as an outcome?
Well, I wouldn't feel as guilty.
You wouldn't feel as guilty,
Yeah.
okay. Now, we want to aim for an outcome in terms of what it would give the client. So in this situation, guilty is an emotion, it's a feeling, fine. You might not feel as guilty as you do now if you do get up and do whatever you do. But what would actually give you, what could you do with your time? Would give you that leverage to want to do it?
Do you mean if I got up early and did my day rather than mooch about till 1?
Yeah. What would it mean to you? What?
It would mean that well, it's the feeling I don't do anything and then I think, oh, I should be doing this, and so I'm constantly fighting this. I should be doing this, but don't.
Yes.
So I would get rid of that feeling.
Okay.
That would go.
Great.
And then it would also leave me evenings free.
Okay, so the evening's free to do whatever.
To go out and
have fun and do whatever you want to do. Okay,
Yeah.
and so you would be more productive in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, are there anything specific that you could do in terms of in that time frame? Are there specific things you've got in mind that you would do when you get up in the morning?
Well, work on the website, work on...
So it's business related?
Okay,
you'd be on the way, you'd be closer to your goal a lot sooner than you would be.
That's right,
Okay, and they're key points that we want to establish, okay, because the thing is, if you're working with a client, okay, or if you're doing this to yourself, okay, you want to be specific about what it is that you're going to do. It's like, for example, I might get someone come through to do a session with me and I say, well, what exactly do you want? I want to be happy. What's happiness? I mean, it's very, very vague. So what we need to do, I'm sure they're happy doing certain things, at certain times. What exactly is it they want to do? So with every technique, there's an outcome that we're aiming for. So with this technique, we identify a present state of mind, a desired state of mind. Okay, so we've gone from present state of mind, feeling lazy, feeling guilty, feeling this, that, and the other, to desired state, which is feeling more productive, feeling better. Okay, in a positive way, and what that would give. Okay, so what it would give you, and we've identified a key criteria of an outcome. So, come the evening, you're out there socialising, knowing that you've done everything you have to do towards setting up the business and everything else that you want to do in life. So that gives us an outcome and leverage. So if a client walks in and there's no state, there's no outcome, there's no reason for doing it, it's going to make your job very difficult. It's going to make change for them very difficult. But we've been very specific and we've established that. What we're going to do now is I'm going to do a technique. I've got the handouts here, so there's no need to write anything down. All the handouts are here, whether we do a practice amongst ourselves. But the technique works on the basis that we create a new, we actually use the subconscious mind to create this new behaviour by getting you imagining doing the behaviour. So if we imagine ourselves doing a presentation with confidence, if we imagine ourselves getting up in the morning and doing the things that we would like to do, if we imagine adopting this behaviour, going to the gym or eating this certain type of food, then we're halfway there to doing it.
Right.
Half the battle's won because you've seen it in your mind. You know you can do it. It's possible, okay? In this context here, if we get you to imagine yourself getting up in the morning and getting on with your day type thing and getting on with things, then we're halfway there to where you need to be. It's going into the unconscious mind, ready for you to sort of take some sort of action in terms of moving forward. And I think you've got strong enough leverage to do it. You mentioned the site, the business, and that sort of stuff. Building that leverage to want to do it is key as well. So I'm going to take you through the different steps, okay? And we'll go from there. So identify this new behaviour you'd like to have. What would you like to have?
I'd like to get up in the morning I do get up in the morning, I just don't start my day.
Sure.
I'd like to get up in the morning and start work straight away.
Okay.
You know, after my cup of tea, of course.
Okay.
But I'd like to feel like I'm ready to start work.
Okay. What time specifically would you like to get up in the morning?
7.
Okay, 7 o'clock. Okay. And what time would you envisage yourself starting work and starting the plan?
8.
8 o'clock. Okay. And in the meantime, you'll have your cup of tea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 sugar, 2 sugars, milk.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've had your cup of tea, and you're ready to get going at 8 o'clock in the morning. And
Yeah.
okay. I need you to describe the new behaviour you want.
How do you mean describe it? What would I do first of all?
A combination of what you might do first of all. Yet how would you describe this new behaviour you've got? So getting up in the morning, ready to go. What would you classify that as being in terms of a behaviour? Would it be increased motivation? Would it be?
Yeah, more motivation.
Okay.
I would have more motivation.
Okay, so you would build your motivation, and by having this motivation, then you could.
Then start your day.
Okay, and that would be building your websites and.
Yeah,
Okay.
reading and looking for clients and advertising.
Yeah.
Things like
What
that.
would that give you, just out of interest, if you could do that?
More money.
Okay.
For a start, and I'd feel better about
Yeah.
myself.
Okay.
Doing something constructive.
Okay.
So can I interrupt? Can you do change your behaviour for fear-based behaviour?
Yeah, I see no reason why not. Of
Right,
course,
okay.
if it is a behaviour that, there is another process for fears and phobias, which I guess in a certain way has some similarities to what we do here. The phobia call, I see no reason why we couldn't do that as well. Definitely. Okay. I'm going to now run through some other steps of you doing the behaviour. It's probably easier if you close your eyes in terms of imagining and visualising. So if you just want to close your eyes and really relax, just have a big breath in, breath out, and just really relax. I'm just going to count you backwards from 5 to 1. As I count backwards, you're going to become more and more relaxed. 5. Just imagine walking down a staircase. You can probably feel your feet against the floor. One hand is warmer than the other. You can hear and feel your heart beating. You're breathing. Just imagine walking down a staircase, and as you walk down the staircase, I'm going to go back to a really nice time in your life, okay? Just go back to a time when you felt safe, secure, happy, loved, really relaxed, okay? That your shoulders really relaxed, that your breathing slowed down. Go back to a time when you felt really happy and relaxed, and notice where you are, what's going on, the people around you, what you're wearing, what they're wearing, what they're saying, what you're saying, what you feel, and let those feelings just spread all over your body. Okay. Now in that relaxed state, I want you to imagine producing your new behaviour, almost imagining watching yourself on a TV screen. So imagine you can see yourself on this TV screen, disassociated, adopting this new behaviour. Okay, so you get up in the morning, you might switch the radio on, you might put a CD on, you make a cup of tea, and you've got exactly what it is that you need to plan. Okay, you've got a list of things to do throughout the day, knowing that when you do this list, you're going to free yourself up in the evening to go out and socialise and have some fun and just enjoy yourself, and notice how better you feel. Yet you're watching yourself on TV, getting up in the morning and having a very productive day throughout the day, and in the evening you're out there enjoying yourself and socialising, knowing that you've done everything you need to do. Okay? And as you watch this on TV, just give me a nod when you're happy with what you see yourself doing. So as soon as you're happy with what you see yourself doing throughout the day, just give me a nod. Okay? Brilliant. Now what I'd like you to do is run through the behaviour like it's happening in the here and now. Okay, so really relax and let yourself go. Just imagine now. Imagine waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning. You're up. Okay, the first thing you do is you make yourself a cup of tea. And as you do that, you might get your diary out and look at a list of things you've got to do throughout the day. And you're doing them with enjoyment knowing it's drawing you closer to your goals, your financial goals, where you want to be professionally and personally. And you're also doing it and running through your daily plan, knowing in the evening you've got something exciting planned. Okay, so you're living the day as it's happening through the here and now. Okay, and just run through your new behaviour feeling highly motivated and really, really charged up and good to go. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you're completely focused and motivated to get through the day. Okay, and run through that. And as you run through that, if there's anything you'd want to change, just change it now. If there's anything within that behaviour you'd like to change. So you've identified motivation as being the key feeling you'd like to have. Motivation, and with that motivation you could accomplish all your daily tasks. If there's anything that you would like to change it now. And when you're happy with the pattern, when you're happy with this new behaviour, okay, when you're happy with this pattern of waking up in the morning and feeling completely motivated and getting on with what you got to do, I want you to identify a situation, identify a time when you want this behaviour to kick in. So now imagine a day from now, a week, 2 months from now, a time when you feel it's imperative that this behaviour can kick in. Okay, so you get to a point in your life where you go about doing your business and you go through things and you might be working towards a plan, and then you wake up one morning and you identify a situation you feel like possibly procrastinating and just kicking back, yet you know now that this is the behaviour you want, and this is the behaviour that's going to draw you closer towards where you want to get to, feeling much better, more productive and more motivated. Okay, and once you've identified that situation, just see yourself reacting in a different way. Okay, and now that you feel and see yourself reacting differently in a specific situation, just future pace and think of a week from now, a month from now, 6 months from now, how the course of your life will change by adopting this new behavioural pattern. So a week from now, what you'll have accomplished, 6 months from now, what you'll have accomplished, a year from now, 5 years from now, what you will have accomplished by adopting this new behavioural pattern, comparatively to keeping the old one. Okay, and what you can do now is every behaviour serves us to a point, and the behaviour you had before might have served you to a point, but now it's time to let go. The subconscious mind is there to protect us and serve us, and it's probably used this behaviour for one reason or the other, but now it's time to let go. So imagine tying this behaviour to a balloon and letting it float in the sky, just releasing the old behaviour. As you release the old behaviour, out with the old, in with the new, I'm going to count back from 5 to 1, you're going to come back highly motivated, charged, and ready for action. 5, gradually coming back, 4, 3, and just gradually come back to the here and now in your own time, at your own pace. 1, okay, back to the here and now. Go back in berry, or press switch even. 4, 2, 2, very long road. Okay, okay, how did you feel?
That was quite good actually.
Yeah, okay. Could you see yourself actually doing that new behavioural pattern?
I could see myself coming down the stairs in the morning, I could see the carpet.
Yes.
And even my cat.
Okay, that's interesting, yeah.
And I could see myself standing at my easel and working on designs for the website and stuff, so yeah.
Brilliant. Have you sort of imagined yourself doing that before, or is it?
No.
Okay, and that's an interesting one there, because we might think, okay, well, easy, get up in the morning and get on what you got to do, yet we're not in that map of the world, okay? And we're sort of getting you to associate and think that way, and by thinking that way, were you happy with what you saw? So there's a point where you saw that, and we disassociate, get to see it like you're watching a TV screen, and then actually living that. So there's a point where you were happy living that. And could you see yourself getting up and?
Yeah, and I felt quite fit as well.
Yeah, I mean, did you notice any physiological change? Anyone notice a physiological change? You changed physiologically, so you sort of stood upright, ready to go. I want something to hold you back. It's not 7 o'clock in the morning yet. Okay, and we've got another day of the course tomorrow, by the way, so before you get any ideas of going off doing your website. Okay, so how do you feel? Did it make any impact at all?
Yeah, it was very strong visually.
Okay.
And I felt quite relaxed about it rather than anxious, which is what I usually am.
Yeah.
When I think about work, I think, oh, got to do this, got to do that, and then it just felt more relaxed.
A new association. And what we did in the end, we sort of future paced to give you an idea of what it would be like if you take this path. And I guess that creates even more leverage, like seeing it from a week, a year, 5 years from now.
And that was interesting as well, because I was seeing myself in a new car and, you know, buying things for the house and stuff. So that was interesting.
Brilliant. Okay. What sort of car was it? So we can just, when you do get that car, you're going to keep that secret. Okay. Sure. Okay.
Not that I could ever drive a big Mercedes, but
why not? Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. How does it work?